Hi everybody, Adrienne here, and today I'm coming to you with a review of the Naked Chocolate palette from Tam Beauty. I ordered this back in January off the Tam Beauty website, aka Makeup Revolution. All of them are sister companies with one another. And this is what the palette looks like on the inside. It is gorgeous, these colors. It's a beautiful rose gold palette. And you can see this large mirror, and I'll not blind you with it anymore. The palette also comes with this handout that has the names to every shade on it. I like keeping it, not for the names because I never read them off of there, but to protect my mirror so I don't get makeup all over the mirror. The palette also came with the sponge tip applicator, and I do use these and like them very much. There are 16 shades in this palette. 6 of them are matte shades and the rest are shimmers and frost. And I'm sure you guys can see that the frost shades in the palette have hard pan on them. I'm not quite sure why they get the hard pan on them so fast. The very first time I used the palette, it got hard pan on it, and some of the shades I experimented and used a brush instead of my fingers, and some of them I used the sponge tip applicator, and it still seems to get hard pan regardless of how you use it, but it doesn't seem to affect the application or the quality of the shadow, so that has not been an issue. I am going to put some swatches out to the side of each of these colors, but I'm going to swatch a few of them on the back of my hand so you can see the quality of these shades. And I have to start off with the gold, and I'm going to get the pink next because I like that shade a lot also. And let's see, this shade's pretty interesting. It looks like it would be a matte, but it's not really. It has a little bit of sheen to it. So this is what the pigmentation looks like on my fingertips before I swatch it on my hands. Set this palette down before I drop it. So I'm just going to swatch it on the back of my hands here. This palette has awesome pigmentation. I've had lots of times to play around with it. I probably wore this palette for a couple weeks straight experimenting with different looks. So now I'm going to show you how I got the look that I'm wearing today. Now for my final thoughts on this palette. I'm going to open it up and show it to you again. I like this palette a lot. I think the quality of it is excellent. I paid $14.35 for this palette, so it was really reasonable. The shipping on it took close to 3 weeks, a little short of 3 weeks. I did purchase over $75 from the Tam Beauty website, so I did get free shipping on it, and maybe if you pay for shipping, maybe it gets to you faster. I'm not sure. But I really do like the quality of these shades, and this shade here, and I am going to swatch it and rub it on the back of my hands. This shade could work for a highlighter. That's a beautiful gold, and you get a large amount of it in the pan, and it makes a really nice highlighter. I'm not really into gold highlighters, but I know a lot of people like them, so that could double as a shadow and a highlight, so that's awesome. If you have skin tone like mine with lots of yellow undertones, just be a little leery that this shade and this one over here tend to go a little taupe and muddy a little bit, and when you mix them with some of the other shimmers, not the frost, but just the shimmers, they can kind of muddy and run together a little bit. But any type of taupe shades typically don't look good on my skin tone. So I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the palette. It's just a personal preference that those shades don't happen to work for me. But this palette is awesome with this huge mirror in it. I would love to take this for travel sometime. And I think the packaging is just gorgeous. It looks like dripping chocolate, and the package is extremely durable. And this mirror, I just can't get over the size of this mirror. You can do your whole face at one time and not have to keep moving your mirror around like you do with a lot of other eyeshadow palettes. It's almost impossible to do your entire face because you can't see it. But with this palette, I feel like you could get your entire face done, and the mirror stays open. You don't even have to prop it, so you could have your hands free while you're putting your makeup on. So that's another big plus to those mirrors. And if you like the Makeup Revolution or Tam Beauty palettes, or are curious about the quality of their products, you're going to want to subscribe to my channel, because I have ordered so much product from them, and we'll be having so many videos, and I already have quite a few posted already. The last one that I did was a review of another one of the I Heart Makeup palettes, the Chocolate Vice, and I'll post a link to that above so you can watch that. I love the quality of these shadows. Nobody would know that you weren't wearing a high-end palette. This easily competes with the $46 and $30 palettes, whatever that price range is, right in there. They easily compete with those and look just as good. The quality of the shadows are excellent. The frost shades, the shimmers, they pop right on the lid with no problem. I don't have to use any Fix Plus or any different sprays to get them to be highly pigmented. Of course, if you want to do that, if you're doing a cut crease or something like that, you can get the frost shades to be very vivid and bold, almost liquid metallic looking, if that's the way you like to create your looks. But the mattes and the shimmers are also awesome to work with. They blend easily. They're highly pigmented, so once you pop them on the eye, you don't have to keep working and working the shadow to get the colors to blend and build up. So I would definitely recommend this palette to anyone. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. The only thing, like I said, that the things that I didn't care about with the palette is not a quality issue with the palette. It's just because those 2 or 3 colors don't work with my skin tone, but that's common out of any palette typically. But I would definitely recommend this palette, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You'll also want to hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Again, thank you for watching, and have a great day.